I have recently gotten rejected by over 100 women while living in Miami.
I like your dress. No response.
And in this video, I want to discuss with you guys the 3 biggest lessons I've learned. I'll be showing you guys a bunch of different clips of me getting rejected throughout this video.
Somebody got to do it. I don't know where her friends were, so.
And then at the end of this video, I'll show you guys how to properly approach a girl so that way you're not getting rejected anymore. Okay?
It was nice to meet you, Kyle.
Quick kiss.
And that brings me into lesson learned number 1 from getting rejected over 100 times, which is the idea that there's a right way and a wrong way to approach women. And a lot of the time, the reason you guys get rejected is actually just due to you approaching the wrong way. And if you just made a couple tweaks, you could have actually switched that rejection into a success. I'm even gonna show you guys a clip in this video of me getting rejected and then going back up and properly approaching that same woman that leads into an interaction. But first, let me explain a couple of the reasons I've learned as to why I'm getting rejected. It could be that I'm talking too quiet. I'm either speaking with an unconfident voice, I'm not feeling social in that moment, or I just don't talk loud enough to fully get the girl's undivided attention. A lot of the times the girl doesn't even realize you're talking to her. It could also be that I'm approaching from a creepy or unsafe distance. So this could be if the girl's walking towards me, I kind of just like abruptly open and I'm too close to her, meaning a not safe distance. Or it could also be if she's walking away from me and I'm trying to approach from behind her. That's most likely gonna create this awkward situation where she's looking back and she's still walking. And it also just kind of creates this dynamic that you're like chasing after her, trying to like holler at her.
Hey! Come here. Un momento.
Right, so you want to avoid approaching from behind or approaching at some awkward distance. The way you look and the things you say absolutely matter as well. Yes, looks matter. Yes, your opener matters. Yes, the things you say in conversation matter. Anybody who tells you looks don't matter, the opener doesn't matter, or just go up and ask for her phone number, she's either about it or she's not. All of that is just fake marketing bullshit lies.
Fairy dust.
Honestly, guys, I've been doing this for over 10 years. I'm 34 years old now. Here's a video of me literally going up and approaching and getting rejected 10 years ago in 2014. All right, I've made all the mistakes. I've hired all of the bullshit coaches. I'm one of the few dudes who's been doing it this long, still going out in the field on a daily basis, and I still get rejected. Which brings me into point number 2. I still get rejected often. But the difference is my rejection and your rejection are not the same thing. Because most dudes, when they get rejected, they're getting blown out. The girl doesn't give you any attention. She doesn't stop. You don't have any kind of a conversation. She just instantaneously blows by you. And that's typically because you're opening really weak with your voice, you got a whack look, or you're just really unconfident. It's any one of the combination of elements I was talking about in concept number 1. But if you look good, if you look presentable, and you can open properly from a safe distance, and you have at least decent conversation skills, you shouldn't be getting blown out consistently. I'm at a point where I still do occasionally get blown out, and I'll explain why later on in this point. But for the most part, you should be able to stop the girl, get her attention, and get into at least a couple seconds of interaction. And that's what most of my rejections are. I stop the girl, we start talking, there's at least a little bit of a conversation, and then for whatever reason, I get rejected. You should be able to get to a point where you can at least have a short, brief interaction with most of the women you go up to. But, however, understand, and that's the whole catalyst for point number 2, even if I go up and I do everything perfect, I still get rejected. And that is because, guys, understand, there are a lot of women that I am just not their type. But also, there are a lot of women who are just not emotionally available. They're either in a relationship or they're talking to a guy that they really like right now who has their sole focus and investment in. They recently got heartbroken. She recently got played big time by some dude and now she's like devastated. It could be anything. Her family member just died recently. Her dog just died. There was even a girl I approached a couple weeks back where I did everything perfectly, but she said,
I'm heading back to my car because actually my best friend's going through a breakup.
And yes, some of these women will reject you because of that. And that's okay. They're either not emotionally available right now, or for whatever reason, you're just not their type. If I just ate a massive meal and I'm completely stuffed, I'm full, I'm almost painfully full, and somebody came up and tried to offer to cook me a filet mignon, I don't care how good that steak is. I don't care how good the quality is, how amazing the presentation is. I'm just not available for the steak right now. And that's how some women are gonna be with you.
Yeah, boyfriend, entiendo, no problema, es solo un compliment.
And likewise, if I was a vegan, that is just not my type of food. It's not on the menu. I'm not even gonna consider it. I'm not gonna entertain it. It is not my type. And that's okay, guys. We're not gonna be for every single person out there. That's totally fine. It doesn't mean that that steak is not an amazing quality steak. It doesn't mean that that steak is a loser because it got rejected. It just means, for whatever reason, it's not a good fit. And that's okay. And that's because, point number 3, there's also a lot of benefits to going out and doing cold approach aside from just getting laid or getting dates. Once you get to a point where you can consistently go out and interact with strangers, your entire life is gonna change. I didn't even realize how much of my life was being controlled by anxiety, fear of rejection, fear of potential judgment from strangers, fear of judgment from my peer group, my friends, my coworkers, my family. The amount of women or opportunities that I let pass me by without ever saying anything to these people. And I'm not even talking about just women. I'm talking about cool people that I could have been friends with, I could have networked with, I could have had a business opportunity with, or even the relationships that I have with my close, immediate family. My entire life has massively changed because of the fact that I can confidently interact with anybody that I cross paths with in any environment. And the only reason I even had the balls to create my channel, start a brand, coach other men, transform 700 plus dudes' lives, it's all because I got desensitized to this idea around getting rejected through cold approach. And I'm not saying you need to go out and just consistently get rejected. I'm gonna show you guys in just a minute how to properly approach so you can consistently convert these interactions. But understand, getting rejected and learning how to overcome that, it's one of the most freeing things in the world. And that's why I'm telling you guys, study the concepts in this video, study the concepts on my channel, start implementing it, start going out and taking action today. If you're not going out, if you're not approaching, you have anxiety around all these concepts that I'm talking about, or maybe you're that dude who like has some level of confidence, but you're just not going up to the highest quality people. Whatever level you're at, guys, it doesn't matter. Click the link in the description and book out a free consultation call so you could sit down with me directly. I'll show you exactly where you're at and create a customized roadmap to show you how to get results really fast. Now let's get into the live demo of how to actually approach girls. I'll show you guys 2 different situations. The first of which is approaching a girl from the side. So this means she already walked past you or she's walking the same direction and she's ahead of you. You don't want to open from behind in this situation and you don't want to abruptly just pop out and scare the girl. I would recommend going in and approaching from the side. So that means going in at a safe distance. Look at me on the video right now, guys. You see the distance I'm at when I'm getting her attention? You want to be at this type of a distance with a loud voice, a smile on your face, and you say something like, "Hey, excuse me." That's all you really need to do to get the girl to stop and give you her attention. And the second situation is when the girl is walking directly towards you head on. Instead of letting her get too close and abruptly popping up and scaring her, you need to be able to get her attention from a safe distance. So watching this video, the distance I'm at when I have my feet planted, holding good eye contact with a smile, I just say, "Hey, excuse me." And then the girl looks up at me and that gives her enough time to see me at a safe distance, see my look, see my vibe, my confidence, and she will then slow down to stop at a safe distance where we can have an interaction. And with either one of these approaches, whether it's from the side or whether she's coming at you head on, once you get her attention, I recommend saying something like, "Hey, excuse me, I just saw you walking by. I thought you looked really cute. I wanted to say what's up." Or, "I just saw you walking by. I thought you looked really nice with the blank. I saw your like cheetah skirt thingy. I was like, oh, this girl's cute." Now, if you want to get better with your flirting and your conversation skills, you guys can check out this video right here. Or for anybody that actually wants to work with me directly to level up these areas of your life, guys, links in the description. That's all for this video. Peace out.